Today I'm answering a question I get all the time. Do employers prefer introverts or extroverts? If you've ever wondered if your personality type is holding you back in the job market, this video is for you. Spoiler alert, it's not about one being better than the other. It's about how you showcase your unique strengths and abilities. Hey, I'm Abby, your life-work balance, career, and interview coach. I help people just like you feel more confident and prepared for their upcoming job search and interviews. By the end of this video, you'll have some actionable tips to shine, regardless of where you fall on the introvert or extrovert spectrum. Before we get into the employer perspective, let's clarify what we mean by introvert versus extrovert. Each of these types, introverts and extroverts, are characterized by how they gain or replenish their energy. Introverts gain or replenish their energy through solitude and tend to be more reflective. They thrive in focused, independent settings, and they often prefer deep, one-on-one interactions versus large group settings. Think of someone who loves to dive into a complex problem by themselves, but who can also shine in a meeting with some preparation. Extroverts draw energy from social interaction and external stimulation. They're often outgoing. They tend to enjoy group dynamics, and they think best when they're talking things out with other people. Picture someone who lights up in a group brainstorming session, or who easily networks with others at an event. Then you have ambiverts, who fall right in the middle. I'm technically an ambivert, though I lean more introvert. Ambiverts can adapt to both solitary settings as well as social settings, depending on the context. An ambivert might love collaborating with a team one day, and then the next day needs some quiet time to recharge. Most people are more of an ambivert. They fall somewhere more in the middle between an introvert and an extrovert, though we tend to have tendencies that are more introverted leaning or extroverted leaning. So these concepts, introversion versus extroversion, were popularized by the MBTI, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, which was developed in the 1940s by two psychologists. The MBTI is a personality assessment, and it's a global tool that has been used by companies, coaches, and individuals to understand individuals' preferences. While there are critics of the MBTI, some argue that it oversimplifies our very complex personality. The MBTI has still shaped how we think and talk about introversion and extroversion today. Assessments like this are important because they give us a glimpse into our tendencies. Knowing our tendencies can help us play to our strengths, especially in interviews, which is what we're getting to next. So now that we've covered the basics, let's clear up a huge misconception. Employers don't universally prefer introverts over extroverts or ambiverts. An employer's decision all depends on the role, the company culture, and how you present yourself. Some jobs like sales or public speaking might seem tailored to extroverts who thrive in social situations. Other jobs like research or coding might seem like an introvert's dream, with the ability to deeply focus and have independent work time. But here's the truth. Every role benefits from a mix of introvert and extroverted skills. Employers want candidates who can communicate effectively, solve problems, and fit their team dynamics. Introverts and extroverts both bring strengths to accomplish these things. So the real question isn't which one is better, introvert or extrovert. It's how can I highlight how my personality makes me the best fit for this role. So let's explore what each type, introvert versus extrovert, brings and how to leverage that during the job search process. So here are the strengths of introverts and extroverts. First, let's start with introverts. Introverts often excel at deep thinking, listening, and working independently. They tend to be great at analyzing problems, focusing for long periods, and building meaningful one-on-one connections. For example, an introverted project manager might shine at creating a detailed project plan and listening to team feedback so that they can ensure that nothing slips through the cracks. But introverts sometimes worry they'll be seen as too quiet in interviews. Don't worry, we'll fix that with a tip in a moment. So now, extroverts. Extroverts are often energized by networking, collaboration, and dynamic environments. They're great at pitching ideas, rallying teams, and adapting on the fly. Think of an extroverted salesperson who builds instant rapport with a client. But extroverts face stereotypes too, like being seen as too talkative or not detail-oriented enough. Again, it's all about framing. So here's the key. No matter your personality, employers value adaptability. Introverts can learn to shine in group settings, and extroverts can master focused tasks. For example, an introvert can confidently lead a meeting with preparation, while an extrovert can hone their listening skills for deeper insights. So it's all about playing to your strengths and showing that you're versatile. So here are 5 actionable tips to help introverts, extroverts, and everyone in between stand out during an interview. Tip 1, know your strengths and tie them to the role. If you're an introvert, highlight your ability to focus and listen. For example, you might say something like this: my strength is diving deep into complex problems, which helped me streamline a process in my last role. If you're an extrovert, emphasize your energy or ability to collaborate. I thrive in team settings and led a successful group project by keeping everyone motivated. Regardless of where you fall on the introvert or extrovert spectrum, tailor your responses to the job that you're interviewing for. Tip number 2, address stereotypes proactively. If you're an introvert, show that you're not just quiet. Mention a time that you led a discussion or presented an idea. For example, you could say something like this: while I enjoy independent work, I've also led team brainstorming sessions successfully. Extroverts demonstrate that you can focus. Try this: I love collaborating, but I'm equally comfortable diving into detailed reports when needed. Both of these answers for both of these types shows balance. You know that you're aware of your introverted skills, but you can also show up with some of those extroverted skills as well. Or you know you're aware of your extroverted skills, but you can also use some of those introverted skills as well. Tip number 3, prepare stories that showcase your versatility. Using the CAR method, context, action, and result, highlight things that display both your introverted and extroverted traits. For example, an introvert might share a story about solving a problem independently, but then presenting it to a team. Or an extrovert might describe leading a group project and then following up with a detailed report. Have 2 to 3 stories ready to describe both your introverted and extroverted nature. Tip number 4, adapt your interview style. Introverts, practice speaking up early during an interview to build your confidence and set a confident tone. Try asking a question about the company at first to kind of ease into the interview process. Extroverts, practice pausing before you respond to a question to demonstrate your thoughtfulness. Regardless of where you fall on the introvert and extrovert spectrum, remember to maintain eye contact and a warm and positive tone to build rapport with the interviewer. I recommend, regardless of where you fall on the introvert and extrovert spectrum, that you record yourself, preferably video and audio, record yourself answering common interview questions so you can pick up on some of your nonverbal body language and maybe some of your underlying tendencies that you're not aware of. And finally, tip number 5, research the company culture. Some companies really lean collaborative, which might favor more extroverted individuals. Others value independent work, which may favor more introverted individuals. Check their website, Glassdoor reviews, and other social media posts to gain some insights about their company culture. Then, during the interview, align your personality with their values. For example, you could say something like this: I saw your team emphasizes innovation, and my ability to focus deeply or lead brainstorming fits that perfectly. So these 5 tips help you present your personality as a strength, regardless of where you fall on the introverted to extroverted spectrum. So there you have it. Employers do not prefer introverts over extroverts or extroverts over introverts. They want candidates who bring their authentic strengths to the table. So with these 5 tips, you can showcase your personality and land that job. If you're curious about what type you are, There is a free assessment called 16 Personalities, and I've linked to it in the description box below. Let me know what type you are and what strengths you bring or areas of growth you might have to face when it comes to interviews based off of your type. Let me know in the comments box below. If you would like more customized one-on-one coaching regarding your tendencies or your preferences, or just general preparation for your upcoming interviews, please let me know. I offer one-on-one interview strategy sessions to help people just like you feel more confident and prepared for their upcoming interviews. I have spots available each week, but they fill up quickly, so please reach out to me as soon as you would like to schedule a session. I've linked to my website as well as my email in the description box below, and I can't wait to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you have any additional questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, throw them in the comments box below. I'll do my best to get back to each of you individually, but if I'm not able to, just know that your comments, the experiences that you share below, will likely help someone who's going through something similar in the future. If you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the bell so that you can continue to receive life-work balance advice delivered directly to you every week. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.